Brooksaw Antiques here. Today we have this 1953 Royal Quiet De Luxe vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Up top is the adjustable paper guide, and this just helps you guide the page in straight. And I like to line it right up with the edge of the platen while I'm doing a full tutorial on this. And this is your paper support arms that flip up from the back. And this is your paper bill. It sits on top. To set the margins, so you want the margin in the middle on the left side, you hit the left margin on top and it'll magically send that margin to that spot. If you want it closer to the edge, you just hold the magic margin and you push the carriage all the way to the end where you want it, and then let go of the magic margin, and that's where it'll set. Same concept with the right side. There's a magic margin on the right top here. If you want it towards the middle, you just hit the button and it magically will send that there. If you want it closer to the edge, you got to hold the carriage release and the magic margin at the same time on the right side. And there's a carriage release on each side behind the knob. So right now I have it on red, so I'm going to switch that to the middle, which is blue, and it prints the top portion of the ribbon, and I'm just going to keep typing. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit the slide space, get you back to the beginning. It skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip the switch to the 2, skips 2, to the 3, skips 3. That works good. We're gonna keep it on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line, switch from black to red, flip that back to that. Very nice typing machine. You could type very fast on this. Made from Royal back in the 50s when they made some of the best typewriters, and made in the USA. You can't buy anything brand new that works as good as this. Basically, you're spending more money than you would spend on this, and you would have to throw it away because it's just such poorly designed. We're gonna flip that switch back to the middle so it prints black on default. And to pull the page out easy, there's a switch right up top here. You flip it forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy, or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. We're gonna flip these down. Got a backspace on the left. That works good. A shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Got a tab function. To set the tabs, you gotta flip this back and they're manually set with these tabs. And you just push down like that and move them where you want them, and that's where you will stop the tab button. And it might slip if you have it tilted like that, but we're going to test it while it's sitting flat. And as you can see, it stops at each one of those tabs. Works great. Open the hood, touch control on the front here. The higher you go to the right, and it goes from 0 to 9. The more tension there is when you hit the keys, and they respond faster. The lower you go, the less tension. You don't have to hit the keys as hard, but they don't respond as fast, so more advanced typers like to increase that. This switch right behind that will change the direction of the ribbon. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left side, so we want it to pull to the right. So we flip that to the right, and it'll pull clockwise to the right. If you want it to the left, you flip that to the left. That works good. The other option here for the color is if you flip it all the way to the white, the ribbon vibrator will not go up at all, so it doesn't print anything. It's called a stencil. So I guess if you want to practice whatever you're typing, you don't have to print, and you just push it all the way to the right. And we're going to keep that right in the middle there. Here's your carriage release. Works good. And this carriage slides so smooth. Can't get any smoother than that. And here's your carriage release on this side. Smooth as butter. And if you push this button in on the knob, it'll disable the spacing, so you can get to an exact spot on the page. If you let it go, it has the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space, and the same concept for this black switch. If you flip that forward, it disables the spacing, just like the same concept. And this knob here is a speed control for the carriage. So the higher you go, when you turn it to the left, counterclockwise, the more tension there is when you type and the carriage pulls, the lower is clockwise. So you turn it clockwise, it just won't pull as hard. It's called speed control. A lot of models don't have that, so it's kind of unique. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.